Stock market, equity should show some strength in the latter half of the year. There is a forecast that the market will jump 50% before this year's out. That means we're right at what, 8,000 right now, just under? We should see 12,000 before the end of the year. That's a huge jump. Remember that money I was talking on the sidelines? It's going to start to come back in, and it's going to go two different ways. Some of it's going to go into the stock market, some of it's going to go into real estate. I don't know when that's going to occur. As I learn more, I'll let you all know, but we're looking for that to occur. The reason is that the value right now of some companies is the stock is so low that if the company liquidated, you'd get a gain on sale on the stock. Instead of being the other way, where the leverage is too high, you know, where the value of the company is worth $100, but the stock value is 120. Now the company's valued 100 and the stock value is at 70, which means there are really some sweet deals out there for people to get into. They're waiting for the right moment to jump back in. All right, the economy should begin turning the second half of the year. The Federal Reserve has shifted its role from secondary provider of liquidity to the primary source of funding for many institutions and markets. Everyone will need to go through a period of deleveraging before conditions normalize. Do you know what I mean by deleveraging? How leveraged are we? Up to here with our credit cards? Okay, that's personal. How about corporations and businesses? They're going to have to go through this cycle to where they get their balance sheets in order. That's what David was talking about. Why are we having such heavy layoffs? Corporate America is going to survive. We are very strong in our economy, very strong. If somebody lays off 1,000 people or 2,000 people or 3,000 people, does that mean the company's in trouble? No, what they're doing is staging themselves to be healthy. Now, that's unfortunate for those that get stuffed out in the marketplace. But I'll tell you what, man, that's very positive for America. So, the deleveraging is beginning to occur. I think the deleveraging is going to continue to occur for another 6 to 9 months. That'll then flow its way through, and things will be back to normal. The federal government is considering taking the failed assets and placing them into the bad bank. How many knew that? You didn't hear this before. They're going to put the bad assets in the bad bank. They're calling it that. Actually, they're not. I can't remember the acronym for the words in it, but I know what the letters spell. BARF. I think they're going to change that. But it's like Bank Asset Relocation Fund. BARF. I believe it. I'm not sure, but I believe that's what they, well, you know, but they are calling it this. What does this mean? If you go take a look at all the bad mortgages that are out there, and they've sifted into what? Major securities that they've done what? Lumped them and sold them on the market, right? There are people that are holding those securities and saying, oh man, this is not good. Now what if I could bring that security back and say, would you parcel through this and let's get out the bad ones and keep the good ones, and now we'll have a piece of security that's marketable? So that causes what? The value of that security to go up, which means we start to turn back in a positive way financially. The federal government takes what? All the bad assets and they'll hang on to them? Boy, that's very positive. That is extremely strong. Now, since no one else is being positive and boosting customer confidence, consumers' confidence, I guess the timing is right for us to do it, right? Who else is doing it? No one that I know of. You know, we need to sell the future starting today. Real estate has always appreciated, but what if it doesn't? So what? People still need what?
A place to live.
Absolutely, a place to live. Now, and there will always be fluctuation in the market over short periods of time. This is just stuff. Well, what are the needs out there today? Now, these just are a handful, and you probably have even more than I list up there, but they still need to move up, right? Another berth or two in the house, getting a little crowded, right? They may need what? A smaller house, the kids are gone, and they'd like to downsize, or they may have had a change in their employment, and they'd like a smaller home, right? Or some changes in the neighborhood, they'd like a different neighborhood, maybe for the reason for schools. And some just want to own their own home. Has that changed? That's the way it's always been, isn't it? You know, that same thing is out there now. It's just that that thing is over here with the Hidden Cities group. We just need to educate them and bring them to the other side. Right. So what do? Well, if our executives are out telling the story and our competition is not, guess what? We win. How many are out there telling the story that it's positive to be in real estate right now? Come on, let's do it. Let's join together. Let's make some money together. Who knows? The neighborhood's better than you do. You guys are the pros. David was rattling off the numbers of the people that won the awards. You know, for a region our size, to have 133 people do over $100,000 in gross commissions in this market is phenomenal. My hat's off to you and congratulations. That tells me you've got to focus. You see where you need to go. You see what you need to do to get there. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. What do we do to begin business development posture? What I mean by that is, what do we do right now to begin to develop our business? Not be reactive to the market, but be active in the marketplace. What do we need to do to establish relationships with people so that when they have a real estate need, we can satisfy it? You know, in the old days, we thought that sending out some emails and maybe some postcards and some letters would do it because we were so busy. You know, if someone popped up, boy, that'd be great. You know, people now, because they're scared, they're scared. We talked about in the very first slide, right? They're confused and scared. What do they really want? They want a relationship with a realtor, a professional, that what? That they trust, and that's the big word, that they trust, and you have to earn the trust. That's not given. Where they trust you and they say, you know, tell me, what should I do right now? Here's my situation. They don't know who to talk to. You know, David, you were talking about, you know, there are folks out there that are not only in real estate, but have other jobs out in the marketplace too, and that's unfortunate. Now, if I was going to do business with someone, do I want to do business with somebody that's working at Home Depot in the evenings and also selling real estate, or do I want somebody that's in real estate 100% of the time? And, you know, I don't know. Maybe they want somebody that does both. I would lean towards the person that's in it full time. Okay. As a beginning, what if we, I'm just throwing this out, what if we met 5 new people per day, 4 days a week, that we didn't know? That we didn't know. Well, how many people would that be? 5 people a day, 4 days a week, that's 20 people a week, right? Let's work all 4 weeks. That's what, 80 people a month? Let's work 10 months. That's what, 800 people. Keep the math simple. What if 3% of those people that I've developed a relationship with want to do business with me? What's your average commission? Let's make a number, 3,000. All right, 7,000. All right, well, what's 3% of 800? 24. What's 24 times 7? That's a big number. That's $160,000. Now, wait a minute, Ken. Let me get this straight. Are you saying if today I went out and started meeting people that I didn't know and started building a relationship with them, and we'll talk about that in just a minute, started building a relationship with them, and I would meet these people to where they say, yes, I would like to know what's going on in real estate, and please email me monthly on what's going on. People you don't know. Start from scratch. And as the year goes on, you have now met 800 new people. You have their email addresses. You're emailing them monthly. The statistics on what's going on in the marketplace and why is now a good time to get back in the market, either to sell your house or to go buy a home. 3% of those would say, yeah, I'm ready. We make 6 figures because of that. Just that one little business development idea. How do I build my business? How do I get my business back on track? How do I move from being reactive in the market, hoping something will happen, hoping somebody will call off of a sign, hoping that somebody remembers me from a couple of years ago and wants to do business with me? How do I move from that posture to where I'm taking control of my business and I'm stepping up?